Caitlin Smith is averaging 71% on her free throw shooting this season.
Second free throw is good for Caitlin Smith. Carson, right wing. Rejects the screen from Lepla, but she drives to the basket, and she is fouled on the play. She drove to the bucket, and she is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, is Alexandra Carson. And that is the second foul on Sarah Spreacher of the Blue Streaks.
Carson, another very good free throw shooter for the Lady Muskies, averaging 89%.
Her first free throw is good. Checking into the ballgame for the Blue Streaks is number 21, Mara Beebe, and number 20, Gabrielle Gavaden. Carson's second free throw is good, giving them a 27-13 lead with 1:10 remaining in the first period, as Carson leads the team with 12 points. Labas almost stolen by Carson. She telegraphed that pass, and she knocks out of play, but it will stay Blue Streaks basketball.
Carson has been very active this first quarter, anticipating a lot of the passes that the Blue Streaks are throwing and being very aggressive, shooting the 3 and attacking the rim.
Heffington near the left wing, kicks it to Gavaden in the left corner. She drives. She tried to reverse layup, but she misses it, and then we have a tie-up on the play, and it'll be Blue Streak basketball after the jump ball.
It didn't look like it was a reverse layup. It more looked like she was trying to split the double team that came at her in the paint to try to sneak the ball into the rim, but it hit the bottom of the backboard.
Gavaden will throw it in for the Blue Streaks, and she will get it to Heffington near the top of the key. She fakes her three-pointer, gets it to Labas near the top of the key. Labas, guarded by Carson. She gets it to number 4, Jillian Miller. She drives. Her layup is good. Good drive by Jillian Miller to get her first points of the day. 30 seconds remaining. Caitlin Smith brings it up for the Lady Muskies. Leaves Basanson wide open. Her three-pointer, it rims in and rims out for Basanson. She was looking for her third three-pointer of the day, but just didn't get the roll. As Labas, shot clock is off. Blue Streak's probably going to try to get that last shot for the end of the first period. Gavaden, top of the key. Gavaden to Labas. Her step-back jumper. Rims in. Got the friendly roll to Labas, and it is a 27-17 lead for the Lady Muskies after the first period. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have your second period action right here on WMCO, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good stir. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Center as the Lady Muskies take a 27-17 lead after the first period. We're going to go down to Bryce Lillibridge, who has an update for us. Bryce?
Hi guys, quick injury update for the Fighting Muskies. We saw Lepla come out during the first timeout in the first quarter. She was hit in the face, and they hurry up, patch that up, so she's back out on the floor playing. Also, for the Blue Streaks, their point guard, Karen Spear, has a splint on her left index finger, so you'll notice that she hasn't been trying to drive to her left, and she also hasn't been shooting well. So we'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on. Back up to you guys for the game.
All right, thank you, Bryce. So key injury news for both teams as Dana Parkman hits the baseline jumper to open up the scoring for the Lady Muskies, and the second period, 29-17 lead for the Lady Muskies. as Heffington drives. Her shot is no good, but rebounded by number 4, Jillian Miller. She gets it out to number 21, Mary Beebe. She got it back out to Labas. Gets it to Gavaudin, who drives to the left hand. Bumped, and her shot is up and good. And Gavaudin will go to the free throw line to shoot an and one opportunity.
I can't believe they were able to get a shot off with that. They kept trying. The Blue Streaks had several tries in that play alone, getting it to the paint. It took, I counted like 4 attempts to attack, and they finally get one off, and it's an and one.
Gavaudin, and one opportunity. Free throw is good for Gabrielle Gavaudin. Stephanie Clark also picks up her second foul of the night, and she goes to the bench and is replaced by Casey Lepla. Basanson driving. Step back 3. Basanson, good. Olivia Basanson, her third three-pointer of the day. As Labas drives to her right, and she tried to kick it out to Jillian Miller, but bad pass on the play. She was guarded well by the Muskies defense, forces the turnover. Lady Muskie basketball. Dana Parkman will get it to Caitlin Smith as she will bring it up the court for the Lady Muskies. Smith to Carson near the right wing. Carson gets it to Basanson near the top of the key. Basanson to Dana Parkman. Parkman, top of the key. Dribbles, kicks it back out to Basanson. She drives with her left, kicks it back out to Dana Parkman. Back out to Carson to the three-point line. Carson wanted it, did not take it. She's got 5 seconds left on that shot clock. Carson, spin move, step back, Jay. Rimmed in, rimmed out, but rebounded by Dana Parkman. Her shot is up, no good. Rebounded again by Dana Parkman. Dana Parkman, she'll kick it back out to Carson near the left corner. 3 off the mark and rebounded by Shelby Graham of the Blue Streaks.
Very tenacious play by Dana Parkman, trying to get the point in the paint, but it didn't work out for her.
And Carson almost stole it from Labas, but she gets it to Gavaudin, who drives, and she almost loses it in the paint. Gets it back out to Jillian Miller near the top of the key. Miller back to Labas near the left wing. Labas rejected the screen from Graham, but she is fouled on the play. She drove to the basket. I believe that'll be on Alexandra Carson. I believe that is her. Yep, that'll be her first personal foul of the day for Alexandra Carson. And number 22, Stephanie Labas, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Labas's first free throw is up and good. 32-21 lead for the Lady Muskies. 7:48 remaining in the first half.
Labas has not gone to the free throw line a lot in the past 4 games she was in, but when she does come in, she's around 66%.
Stephanie Labas, her second free throw attempt. Up and good for the Blue Streaks as they cut it to a 10-point deficit for them as the Lady Muskies up 32-22. As Caitlin Smith will bring it up the court for the Lady Muskies. Smith to the top of the key will get it to Parkman as she was guarded by number 15 of the Blue Streaks, Sarah Spicer, but too much defending for Spicer. She will get the foul on the play, her first of the day. As Caitlin Smith will throw it in for the Lady Muskies. And she will get it to Olivia Basanson. And she will take it near the top of the key. She takes another three-pointer. Bang!
That was a deep 3 ball. Took a couple steps behind the three-point line on that one.
Olivia Basanson, her 4th three-pointer of the day. Shelby Graham in the post. Her left-handed layup is good for the Blue Streaks.
She was able to use her post move to split the double team and get that post move shot.
Caitlin Smith to Casey Lepla. Her J is no good. Almost rebounded by Basanson, but is rebounded by Sarah Spicer of the Blue Streaks. And she will bring up the court, kicks it out to Shelby Graham. She makes a nice little Euro step, but misses her first attempt, but rebounds her second, and she will get the easy layup, Shelby Graham. 35-26 lead for the Lady Muskies. 6:50 remaining. Smith to Yeager near the right wing. Yeager drives with her left, shoots with her right, but misses, and rebounded again by Sarah Spicer of the Blue Streaks. And we have a loose ball on the floor, and is going to be a jump ball as Basanson and number 11, Danny Carlson of the Blue Streaks, went for the ball. As of right now, it's a jump ball, but we have a discussion by the refs.
One might say one of them might be saying it's a foul, but I don't know. Looks like they're going to keep it as a jump ball and going to keep the possession arrow in favor of the Blue Streaks.
He's talking to the scores table, making sure checking the score. It looks like, or the clock. Still a 35-26 lead for the Lady Muskies. As Spice will bring it up for the Blue Streaks. She drives to her right, guarded by Caitlin Smith. She kicks it out to Gavaden, and when she will drive, she drives to the layup, and sure shot is good. Great drive by Gabrielle Gavaden, and she cuts the deficit to 7 points, 35-28. Smith, the Lepla, to Yeager near the left wing, to Parkman, who's cutting near the basket. And we have a foul as Spicer thought she had all ball on the block attempt, but she got some arm on the play. And Dana Parkman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. That'll be Sarah Spicer's second foul of the day.
I was wondering if they were going to call it a block or a ball, or a jump ball on that play.
Dana Parkman's first free throw is good.
Dana Parkman, her first trip to the free throw line today, and on average, we usually see her at around 75%.
Dana Parkman's second free throw. Rims in and rims out and rebounded. We got another jump ball on the play as Lepla and Carlson dove on the play, and it'll stay Lady Muskie basketball after hustles by both teams.
It's good to not only get the extra free throws, but another possession out of that one.
Basanson will get it to Parkman. Parkman, guarded by Shelby Graham, and she will get it to Basanson near the left wing. Tipped out of play by Danny Carlson. Good defense by her. Stay Lady Muskie basketball. As Caitlin Smith will throw it in for the Lady Muskies.
You could tell this second quarter, the Blue Streaks are a little bit more composed than they were in the first quarter, and they're trying to get back in the game now because of that.
Yeager tried to drive, but it is stolen by Sarah Spicer of the Blue Streaks, and Gavaden will bring it up for the Blue Streaks. Gavaden gets it to Carlson near the left corner, back to Gavaden near the left wing, gets to Shelby Graham near the top of the key. Graham back to Gavaden, left wing. Back to Carlson near the corner. Her driving layup is good.
The help side came late there, trying to keep them from driving to the basket off the dribble.
36-30 lead for the Lady Muskies as John Carroll has cut down the deficit. Yeager's running layup is good. Emily Yeager. And back fast is Heffington. Her three-pointer is good for the Blue Streaks. 38-33 lead for the Lady Muskies. Heffington. Yeager, right wing. Dana Parkman near the top of the key. Parkman being guarded by Shelby Graham. Parkman drives, kicks it back to Emily Yeager. Her three-pointer rims in, rims out, and rebounded by number 11, Danny Carlson. As Sarah Spicer will bring it up for the Blue Streaks. Spicer gets the call from her coach, gets it to Danny Carlson near the right wing. Back to Heffington near the top of the key. Will get it to Sarah Spicer, almost stolen by Yeager, but Spicer able to maintain possession to Gavaden near the top of the key. Gavaden, nice little spin move. Kicks it to Heffington for the baseline jumper. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Olivia Basanson of the Lady Muskies. Gets it to Caitlin Smith near the right wing. Smith sees Lepla on the post. Lepla takes the layup, and it is good by Casey Lepla. A nice little baseline move by Casey Lepla.
Excellent D, going underneath the backboard and getting that reverse layup to go.
Heffington, left wing. Heffington looks for Carlson for the three-pointer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Dana Parkman of the Lady Muskies, and she will get it to Caitlin Smith and bring it up. Back to Dana Parkman near the right wing. She will take on Shelby Graham, gets the bump, and gets the friendly roll for Dana Parkman. As the Lady Muskies get it back up to a 9-point lead, 42-33, with 3:38 remaining in this first half. And Coach Marone is going to take a full timeout. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of your first half action right here on WMCO, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Center as the Lady Muskies are up 42-33 with 3:37 left in this first half. We're going to go down to Bryce Zillibridge, who has a little game update for us. Bryce?
We've noticed the Blue Streaks here in the second quarter playing tight on the ball defense. They're kind of lackadaisical in the first quarter. However, the Fighting Muskies getting those transition points. They want to keep running the floor because the Blue Streaks haven't been able to keep up. So we'll see what the Lady Muskies can do here as we round out the second quarter.
All right, thank you, Bryce. The Lady Muskies see what they can do to finish off this second period as Heffington gets it for the Blue Streaks, and she is called for the travel, so turnover for the Blue Streaks, and the Lady Muskies get the ball right back.
She tried 2 up and under moves at the same time there, and the referee wasn't buying it.
As Carson will get it to Yeager near the right wing. Yeager back to Gossett near the top of the key. Carson, left wing, gets it to Dana Parkman near the top of the key. Back to Yeager. Gets it to the right wing. Kicks it out to Carson near the left wing. Carson driving. Crosses over. Spicer tries to layup, but it is knocked out of play by the Blue Streaks and will stay Lady Muskie basketball with 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
There was 2 Blue Streaks there to block that shot by Carson and knock it out of bounds. Not the smartest play to go for the finger roll on that play.
Gossett will throw it in for the Lady Muskies, and she will get it to Yeager near the top of the key. Yeager will drive with the left hand. Shot is no good. Rebounded by number 11, Danny Carlson of the Blue Streaks. And she'll bring up the court as well. Carlson will get it to Spicer near the right wing. Spicer driving, and she is tripped on the play by Emily Yeager. Spicer was driving, and Yeager could not keep in front of her, and she fouls her on the play, and that is Emily Yeager's second foul of the day.
The Blue Streaks have consistently tried to attack the Lady Muskies by driving down the baseline. They're going to need help. The Lady Muskies need to work on getting their help side rotations to come in and stop them from getting to the paint.
As Sarah Spicer will throw it in for the Blue Streak, she gets it to Shelby Graham near the right baseline. Back to Danny Carlson near the top of the key. Tries to get it to Sarah Spicer, but guarded heavily by Alexandra Carson. Spicer against Besanson. Kicks it back out to Heffington near the left wing. Heffington gets it to Jillian Miller, who gets it to Sarah Spicer. Her driving layup is good by Sarah Spicer for the Blue Streaks, as Carson will bring it up for the Lady Muskies. Carson, right wing. Drives to her left, spin move. And she loses the ball on the play. Good defense by the Blue Streaks, and is picked up by Shelby Graham, and she will get it to Sarah Spicer. 2:05 remaining in this first period, 42-35 lead for the Lady Muskies. As Carlson gets it to Miller, gets it to Spicer. And her layup is up and no good, as she was a little out of the control. Rebounded by Olivia Besanson. She will get it to Alexandra Carson. As she's going to try to take it coast to coast, her layup is no good. Rebounded by Nicole Heffington of the Blue Streaks, and she will get it to Danny Carlson near the left side of the court, and she will get it to Jillian Miller. Miller, she drives on the play, and she is blocked by number 11, Gabby Blair, as she throws it up to Carson, who was open on the play, and she's going to try to look for a lane. Throw up a shot, and it is way off on the play. And it's picked up by Sarah Spicer. She's going to slow things down.
Carson just forced that one up on that play. Yeah, I don't understand why she had to do that. She could have backed off and tried to restart the offense.
Heffington, right wing. Gets it to Carlson. Gets it back out to Heffington, who's open near the three-point line. Her three-pointer is good for Nicole Heffington to cut the deficit to 6. 42-38 lead for the Lady Muskies. Less than 1 minute remaining in this first half.
Cut the deficit to 4.
4. Carson, right wing, gets it to Besanson. Got a screen from Blair and uses the screen, but her jump shot is off on the play as Shelby Graham went for the rebound, and she was fouled on the play on the rebound, I believe by number 5, Olivia Bates, and that is her second foul of the day. As Dana Parkin will check back into the ball game, as well as number 0, Casey Lepla. 41 seconds remaining, 42-38 lead for the Lady Muskies. Shelby Graham will throw it in to Sarah Spicer, as she will bring up the court for the Blue Streaks. Gets it to Jillian Miller. Miller, guarded by Caitlin Smith. Miller to Carlson. Gets it to Shelby Graham in the post, guarded by Dana Parkman. Shelby Graham uses a nice little spin move, and her shot is good for the Blue Streaks, and they cut it to a 2-point deficit, 42-40 lead for the Muskies. As Carlson does a nice little hesitation. Her layup is up and no good. Rebound on the play by Nicole Heffington with 10 seconds remaining in the first half, and she will get it to Sarah Spicer. She's got 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Gets it to Miller for the three-pointer. Off the mark and no good. Rebounded by Dana Parkman. She's going to hold it to finish off the first half. The Blue Streaks cut the deficit to 2 points as the Lady Muskies take a 42-40 lead going into the halftime. And a very strong start, strong finish by the Blue Streaks on that play in this first half. We're going to go down to Bryce Liveridge, who has Coach Beth Fox. Bryce?
Hi, Coach. Close game here in the first half. You guys are still up by 2. What are some plans for the second half?
You know, we got to do a better job of seeing our teammates down there on offense. I think we have forced a few too many shots in the paint, and we've let them alter a few too many shots as well.
Okay, thank you for the interview. As you heard her, a lot of shots up there in the first and second quarter. We're going to try to clean things up, try to get back out, and let's see what we can do here in the second half. Back up to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Bryce. So a lot of missed opportunities for the Lady Muskies, forcing too many shots, so they're going to hope to clean that up here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the coach talked about playing faster, but that might have been a little too fast for the Lady Muskies to handle. As it looked like they just kept, especially around the end, just kept throwing up crazy shot after crazy shot, trying to see if anything would stick. Meanwhile, you have Blue Streaks over there. They're charging into the paint, trying to get fouls, and then if that doesn't work, they kick it out and shoot the 3-ball.
So they're going to hope to clean that up in the second half. With that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, me and Andrew will have your halftime report. So keep it right here on WMCO, Orbit Television, and on our YouTube channel at Orbit Media TV.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Center as the Lady Muskies take a 2-point lead at halftime, 42-40. I am Joe Scott alongside Andrew Dunlap. And Andrew, a very interesting end to that first half as the little Lady Muskies were up pretty big there in the first half, but the Blue Streaks able to chip away at that deficit and able to get just behind 2 points.
Yeah, it came down to a lot of things to me. I mean, the Blue Streaks were able to regain their composure after a terrible first quarter and put up the very tough defensive pressure on the Lady Muskies. And then the Lady Muskies, they were forcing almost everything on their shots in the first quarter. It's like they thought, oh, we made everything we threw up in the first quarter. Maybe we can do it again in the second. And it didn't work out for them as well that time around. I'm hoping that the Coach Fox is talking to him about using your head more. Stop taking all these crazy shots and just run the offense.
And hopefully they will, because you saw near the end of that first half, Alexandra Carson throwing up not some smart shots, some pretty tough shots that were not just good shots at all. So hopefully she can clean that up, especially as a senior, clean that up in the second half.
Yeah, it's not something you want to see your senior constantly make a mistake of. You got to understand when have a better idea of when to take a fast break shot and not just turn back and restart the offense. She does that. She's smart enough to know how to attack the rim, but she's not. She's having a hard time of backing off when she does.
So hopefully we'll see the Lady Muskies do better in that first half. They had a strong start in that first period, but then got a little lazy there in that second half. So hopefully they will clean that up as well. But you got to love what you're seeing from the John Carroll Blue Streaks. Very young team, lots of freshmen, and they're playing really well right now.
Yeah, they are playing like a strong unit, getting this bit in this matchup. Despite the adversity that they're facing right now against the Lady Muskies, they're acting like a veteran squad and just showing some showing some good performances to get back in the game.
And hopefully they will continue that performance here in the second half. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of your halftime report. So keep it right here on WMCO, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Center as the Lady Muskies take a very close 2-point lead into the halftime as the Lady Muskies are up 42-40 against the John Carroll Blue Streaks. Hello, everyone. I am Joe Scott, alongside my partner in crime today, Andrew Dunlap, and Bryce Illibridge is on sideline for today's game. So we're going to go into our players that stood out for us in that first half, starting with the Lady Muskies. You got to look at Olivia Besanson, who had a strong start to this game, hitting 4 3-pointers and is leading the Muskies in scoring. She's having a very good shooting night so far today, Andrew.
Putting up a total of 13 points in the game so far. She has done an excellent job shooting the ball from the 3-point line. Well, she's been having trouble getting the ball in anywhere else, though, as she's shooting 4 for 8 in the field overall and 4 for 5 from 3-point line. And so we're going to need. I'm hoping that she can get going in the paint more, so she can her consistency can continue on the outside.
Because they're going to need it here in this second half. Hopefully she will continue that hot streak in the first half. And another player for the Lady Muskies, Alexandra Carson. She's second on the team right now with 12 points. Had some good shooting there in the first half, but again, like we talked about earlier, needs to clean up the shot selection in the second half for her to continue her play so far.
Yeah, it's very important that we get Carson to step up today. She's having some great showing, putting up total 12 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and it's gotten some steals out there. She's doing a good all-around showing, but she got she got away from what she did good in the first quarter and started to take all these crazy shots in the second. hoping she'll bounce back in the third and really get going.
Hopefully she will do that because they're going to need her in this second half. Now go to the Blue Streak side of things. Very strong performance by the freshman Nicole Heffington. She has 12 points. And then number 3, Shelby Graham, your 2 team leaders with 11 points. So they're both playing very well. And those are the 2 players that we talked about in pregame, and they're playing very well for the Blue Streaks right now.
Yeah, Shelby Graham has been exposing some mismatches that's been guarding her. They've been trying, looks like the Muskies have been trying to keep her from shooting the 3 ball or something, so they're putting some perimeter defenders on her. When they do that, she's trying to put those people on the floor and try to put some post moves on them. And also, we also got Heffington, who's been contributing whenever she gets the chance. Every time, most of the times when she's gotten the ball at the mid-range or the 3-point line, she's been taking them, and it's been working out in her favor. In particular, Heffington is shooting 4 for 5, 3 for 3 from the outside.
So hopefully they will continue that here in the next half, and hopefully they'll be playing very well. And with that, we're going to take a quick break because we have our Orbit news update. So Chad, we're going to go send it to the Geyer studio. Chad, we'll have it for you guys, but keep it here because we're going to have your second half action after the Orbit news Orbit news update right here on WMCO, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to savethefood.com.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm Bryce Lillibridge, sideline reporter here for today's game between John Carroll and Muskingum. And so far through the first half, the Fighting Muskies still have a 2-point lead here at halftime as they are leading 42-40. However, towards the end of the first half, we saw John Carroll come back into the game. John Carroll has been playing tremendously well in the post, but the Fighting Muskies have been shooting the 3-ball very well. So coming out here in the third quarter, the Fighting Muskies are going to have to make sure that they're able to keep going in transition, and they have to keep off-the-ball movement going because they've been getting pretty complacent so far in the first half. They can't do that in the second half if they want to win.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the creative galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Center as we have second half underway. As the Blue Streaks started the possession, the jump shot was missed and rebounded by the Lady Muskies. As the Lady Muskies are up 42-40 after the first half action, with Olivia Basanson driving to her left, and she is fouled on the play by Blue Streaks number 11, Danny Carlson, her first foul of the day. As Basanson will throw it into Dana Parkman near the right wing. Parkman gets a screen from Stephanie Clark. And she was looking for Stephanie Clark, but Dana Parkman throws it away to force a turnover for the Lady Muskies, and it'll be Blue Streaks basketball. And Shelby Graham will throw it into number 14, Catherine Spear, for the Blue Streaks.
That first play, it definitely looked like the Muskies are a little bit more slowed down than they were in the to end the first half. But it's still a long way to go.
Spear was going to throw it into Shelby Graham, but she was fouled by Dana Parkman, who tried to get the steal, but not able to. So that'll be her second foul of the day for Dana Parkman. Spear will throw it to Shelby Graham. Her shot is up, no good, but rebounded by Heffington. But she misses the open layup, not able to convert, rebounded by Caitlin Smith. And she will bring it up for the Lady Muskies. Kicks it to Carson, right wing. She drives behind the back dribble, gets it to Basanson. Her three-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by Nicole Heffington of the Blue Streaks. Gets it to Spear near the left wing. She will get it to Sarah Preacher. Back to Heffington near the top of the key. Three-pointer is good for Heffington. And the Blue Streaks take the lead 43-42 after that big three-pointer by Nicole Heffington.
That's their first lead. This is their first lead of the game. And the Blue Streaks are going to try to increase it to even further heights.
Caitlin Smith's three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good, but rebounded by Dana Parkman. Her layup is good. Great hustle by Dana Parkman. They get the loose ball and put the Muskies ahead once again at 44-43.
As soon as I say that, Dana Parkman goes and scores the putback. Excellent work by her.
Heffington gets it to Spreacher near the left wing, guarded by Basanson, but gets out of trouble. Her left-handed layup is good by Sarah Spreacher. As they regain the lead 45-40 to the Blue Streaks, but Caitlin Smith drives to the bucket takes the reverse layup off the mark and no good. Rebounded by Nicole Heffington, and she will get it to number 11, Danny Carlson. Carlson back to Shelby Graham in the post. Graham gets knocked away by Caitlin Smith. Great defense by Caitlin Smith, and she throws it ahead to Alexander Carson running the floor. She is fouled on the play by Nicole Heffington, but Alexander Carson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more free throws.
Carson tried to put the ball ahead of her to try so she can avoid the block from behind, and because of that, it kept her from scoring an easy layup, but it did get her a foul and go to the free throw line.
Free throw from the rim and good for Alexander Carson. Checking into the ball game for the Blue Streaks is number 30, Abby Adler. Carson's second free throw attempt is good as the Lady Muskies regain the lead 46-45 with 7:23 remaining in the third period. Spear to Spreacher, back to Spear near the left corner. Ball is tipped by Dana Parkman and stolen by Alexander Carson of the Lady Muskies. Gets it to Dana Parkman as she saw Stephanie Clark running down the floor. Layup is no good, but rebound again by Stephanie Clark. She goes back up for the other layup and blocked by Heffington as Stephanie Clark misses 2 cheap shots at the front of the rim. As Adler gets it back to Heffington, whose three-pointer is good. Nicole Heffington back-to-back three-pointers for her. 48-46 lead for the Blue Streaks. Nicole Heffington, 18 points on the day so far, as she is the team leader right now. Carson drives. She is fouled on the play. She's going to go back to the free throw line to shoot 2 more free throws, as Carson is in attack mode right now for the Lady Muskies.
This is the Alexandra Carson we wanted to see in this game. Playing smart, attacking the rim, but not taking these crazy shots in the process. She's already got several trips to the free throw line, including two this quarter. 6 for 6, that's it.
As she makes her 2 free throws to tie the game at 48-48. Emily Yeager and Casey Lepel check into the ballgame for the Lady Muskies. And also number 14 of the Blue Streaks, Catherine Spear. She has 3 fouls for the game, and she's still in the ballgame as the Lady Muskies go to a 2-3 zone.
An interesting play, because 2-3 zones usually force opposing teams to shoot three-pointers. And that's what's keeping the Blue Streaks in it, their three-point shot right now.
Spear kicks it to Carlson. She drives to the rim, and her jump hook is good for Carlson. 50-48 lead for the Blue Streaks. Smith to Yeager near the right wing. Yeager to Lepla, top of the key. To Caitlin Smith, left corner. Smith gets a screen from Lepla. Smith to Yeager, right wing.
It looks like
looking in the post for Dana Parkman.
Looks like the Blue Streaks are also in the zone.
Parkman step back jump shot, no good, off the mark. Rebounded by Nicole Heffington of the Blue Streaks. She'll get it to Spear, who throws it ahead to number 30, Abby Adler. Could not handle the pass. It'll be a turnover for the Blue Streaks, Lady Muskie basketball. And checking into the ball game for the Blue Streaks, number 25, Brielle Zebanewski.
Adler clearly mishandled the pass ahead of her, and by the time she tried to throw something up, it just fell out of her hands and out of bounds.
Caitlin Smith will bring it up for the Lady Muskies. Smith gets it to Dana Parkman, who gets it to Lepla. Great pass by Parkman, and Lepla's shot is good for the Lady Muskies, tying the ball game at 50.
An excellent bounce pass from Dana Parkman, finding Lepla open in the paint for that easy 2 points.
Spear back to Zebanewski near the left wing. Zebanewski to Heffington, top of the key, back to Spear. Back to Zebanewski. Newski will get it to Adler, and it is stolen by Caitlin Smith of the Lady Muskies. Great defense shown by the Lady Muskies. Smith will get it to Dana Parkman near the baseline, did not take the shot. Looking for an open teammate, but Sanson will cut to the basket, but is off Basanson's knee, and turn it over for the Lady Muskies. Give it back to the Blue Streaks. As Spear will throw it to Spreacher, but Spreacher will give it back to Spear, and Spear will bring it up the court for the Blue Streaks. So the Muskies, Lady Muskies, are still in that 2-3 zone. Spear, top of the key. Get it to Zebanuski near the left corner. Three shot is no good. Rebounded by Olivia Besanson of the Lady Muskies, but she was fouled on that rebound by the Blue Streaks. Number 30, Abby Adler. Her third foul of the day. As Shelby Graham will check back in for the Blue Streaks, and the Lady Muskies regain the possession. Parkman will throw it in to Caitlin Smith, and she will bring it up the court. As the Blue Streaks look like they went back to a man-to-man. Smith kicks to Besanson near the three-point line. Besanson drives, kicks it to Yeager. Her three-pointer rims in, rimmed out, but almost rebounded by Casey Lepla, and they called it a jump ball as Lepla and Huffington were fighting for it. The Blue Streaks thought Lepla fouled Huffington, but jump ball was called, and Lady Muskies regained the possession.
No, and you could tell the away fans are furious at that call, and so is the coach.
Besanson will throw it in for the Lady Muskies. Gets it to Caitlin Smith near the left corner. Smith gets it to Lepla in the post. Lepla looking for the jump hook, but she is blocked on the play by Nicole Huffington, but she gets the shot again, and her shot is up and good for an and-one opportunity. Casey Lepla fought off the first block by Huffington, and then she went back up from the block, and she was able to put the ball in. And one opportunity for Casey Lepla.
Lepla is having a fantastic showing here today. She's got a total of, I would say, eight points.
8 points,
yes. For a bench player to come off the bench and push up these numbers, it's fantastic.
And one is up and good for Casey Lepla. 53-50 lead for the Lady Muskies. 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Lady Muskies still sitting in that 2-3 zone. As Zebanuski, her left wing three-pointer is good. Zebanuski checking into the ball game, making a clutch three-pointer, tying the ball game at 53-53. Carson will bring it up for the Lady Muskies. Gets it to Yeager near the right wing. Yeager getting a screen from Dana Parkman. Kicks it to Casey Lepla near the left wing. Carson, left corner. Carson driving, gets it to, was looking for Casey Lepla, but overthrows the pass, and it will be a turnover for the Lady Muskies, a Blue Streak basketball.
Not a good pass on there. That might have worked if she tried going for a bounce pass, but she went for an overhead instead.
Spear will bring it up for the Blue Streaks as the Lady Muskies are back in a man-to-man. As Spreacher throws it in to Shelby Graham, and her shot is good for Shelby Graham. Great pass by Sarah Spreacher to Shelby Graham to put the Blue Streaks ahead, 55-53. Besanton, she drives. Her layup is good. Olivia Besanton went coast to coast for the easy two-pointer. Tie ball game, 55-55. As Spear went again to Shelby Graham. Her layup is no good, and it will be Muskie basketball. Spear thought she had Shelby Graham breaking away, but Shelby Graham was not able to finish the layup. It'll be Lady Muskie basketball. Dana Park will throw it in to Carson, and she will bring it up to the top of the key. Carson gets it to Yeager near the right wing. Yeager driving, and she will kick it back out to Olivia Besanton near the right wing. Besanton driving with her left. Switch to her right, but misses the layup, rebounded by Sarah Spreacher of the Blue Streaks to get it up to Spicer. Excuse me. Zebanuski, her three-pointer up, no good. Airballs it, and it'll stay Lady Muskie basketball. And checking into the ballgame for the Lady Muskies, number 5, Olivia Bates, and number 12, Caitlin Smith. And Bates will throw it in to Alexandra Carson, and she will bring it up the court for the Lady Muskies. Tie ball game, 55-55, 2:20 remaining in this third period. Carson, her step back three-pointer off the net, and it is going to be out of bounds and be Blue Streak basketball.
I don't know if that was a great idea. She just dribbled up the court, and before any offense was set up, she just fired the three.
Catherine Spear will bring it up for the Blue Streaks. We'll get it to Nicole Heffington. Drives against Lepla, and Lepla looks like used too much body on the play, and she is called on the foul for the Lady Muskies. Her first foul of the ball game. Team's second. As Spreacher will throw it in for the Blue Streaks, and she will get it to Heffington near the top of the key. Nicole Heffington guarded by Casey Lepla, and almost nearly stolen by Alexandra Carson, but Catherine Spear able to get it. Spear gets a screen from Heffington. Kicks it back out to Heffington, whose three-pointer up and off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Alexander Carson, and she will take it up the court for the Lady Muskies. Carson tried to kick it to Yeager, but it was knocked down by Sarah Spreacher out of play. Still Lady Muskie basketball. 1:41 remaining in this third period, 55-55. Emily Yeager will throw it in for the Lady Muskies. Yeager will get it to Olivia Bates. Almost stolen by Spreacher, but she will get it back out to Caitlin Smith near the top of the key. Smith gets it to Yeager, right wing. Looking for Caitlin Smith in the post. Kicks it almost, and it was stolen by Sarah Spreacher of the Blue Streaks. Caitlin Smith almost got it back, but it was maintained by the Blue Streaks. As Spear will throw it into the post by Heffington. She knocks down Carson. No fouls called. Easy bucket for Nicole Heffington.
Carson wanted a charge on that one that the refs didn't give her it.
Caitlin Smith will get it to Carson, right wing. 57-55 lead for the Blue Streaks. Carson drives, kicks it to Olivia Bates. To a wide open Caitlin Smith. Left corner three, rimmed in and rimmed out. And Lepla fouls Heffington on the rebound.
An over-the-back foul called against Lepla, and now the Blue Streaks are finding themselves with all the momentum as we're gearing towards the fourth and final quarter in just over a minute.
A minute 2 remaining. Stephanie Clark checks back into the ballgame for the Lady Muskies as they go back into that 2-3 zone. Spear to Carlson near the left wing. Carlson drives to the baseline. Looked for Heffington, but it is stolen by Caitlin Smith on the play. And she kicks it out to Alexander Carson near the left corner. Three. No good. It was tapped out by Stephanie Clark. And it looks like Stephanie Clark was fouled on the rebound attempt. It looks like she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws as the Blue Streaks have 6 fouls now.
Yep, they're in the bonus. And Stephanie Clark, this is her first trip to the line today. She's normally a 66% free throw shooter.
And her first free throw is up and good. 56-57, 41.9 remaining in the third period. Second free throw, good for Stephanie Clark. Ties the game up at 57. As Catherine Spear will bring it up for the Blue Streaks as they have 35 seconds remaining. Lady Muskies still in that 2-3 zone. Spear gets it to Carlson near the top of the key. Carlson kicks it out to Gavaden. Her three-pointer, no good, but rebounded by Shelby Graham. Puts it back up and in for the Blue Streaks as Shelby Graham got the rebound and fouled on the play. And she's going to go to the line for an and-one opportunity.
Graham is just dominating the boards, eating the glass. Even if she's struggling from the free throw line, she doesn't need to be successful at the charity stripe if she's doing this much hustle work on the backboard.
We have some substitutions for the Lady Muskies. Dana Parkman and Olivia Bassins will check back into the ball game. As Shelby Graham has a one shot coming for her and-one opportunity. Graham's free throw. Rims out, rebounded by Stephanie Clark. She will get it to Caitlin Smith, who has 20 seconds remaining. Try and hold for the last shot, you would think, for the Lady Muskies. Smith calls out the play. Stephanie Clark, left wing. Clark sees Olivia Sanson in the post. Shot is up, and she is fouled on the play by number 11, Danny Carlson of the Blue Streaks. And Olivia Sanson is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws and try and tie this ball game up with 5 seconds remaining in the third period. Sanson's free throw up and good. As a hush came down into the ANC Steel Center.
Complete silence as this is the fans here are really getting into it as we approach the fourth quarter.
Second free throw attempt for Sanson. A hush in the Steel Center. Free throw is good for Olivia Basanson, and she ties the ball game up at 59.
Well, everyone was hushed except for you.
Probably me. Spear, three-pointer, off and no good. As we are going into the fourth period, 59-59. Very exciting game here in the ANC Steel Center. With that, we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we'll have your final fourth quarter action right here on WMCO, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Centers. We're going into the 4th period, tied up 59-59, and we're going to go down to Bryce Zillibridge with his 3rd period reaction. Bryce?
Tied game here at the end of the 3rd quarter, like you said, 59-59. Hard-fought game between 2 OAC foes. What's it going to take here in the 4th quarter? The Muskies, they're going to have to play in transition, get their open shots like they did in the 1st period. The Blue Streaks, they're trying to wear the Muskies out, these long possessions on offense. We'll see who wins here in the 4th quarter. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Bryce. Tight ball game here, 59-59. Going to be a very exciting ending to this first OAC game as Spiro drives to the layup, but she passes it up to Nicole Heffington. Does not take the shot, gets it out to Gavaden. Back to Spear, her 3-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Dana Parkman of the Lady Muskies, so she will get it up to Caitlin Smith. Smith setting up the play. Hits it to Carson near the left wing. To Dana Parkman near the top of the key. Parkman. Back to Carson near the left wing. Carson back to Smith in the left corner. She will get it to Stephanie Clark. Her layup is no good as she misses another cheap shot. Is Stephanie Clark. Spear will bring it back up for the Blue Streaks. Back to Jillian Miller. Miller to Spreacher near the top of the key. Spreacher to Gavaden, right wing. Back to Spreacher, her 3-pointer. Back to the rim, no good. And we have a foul underneath on the rebound as it'll be Lady Muskingum Basketball. And it looks like it was on number 4, Jillian Miller. That'll be her first foul on the day.
You love players playing aggressive, trying to get the rebound, but she might have been a little too aggressive getting called for a push.
Smith to Carson near the left wing. Carson drives, gets a screen from Stephanie Clark, kicks it back out to Dana Parkman near the right wing. Parkman to Basanson, left wing. Basanson driving. Scoop layup is good for Olivia Basanson. 61-59 lead for the Lady Muskies.
I can't believe that fell in for her. That's usually a weird shot that usually rims out.
Spiro gets it to Nicole Heffington. Her layup is good. Great dish from Spear to Nicole Heffington to tie the ball game up at 61. Carson, left wing. Carson getting a screen from Parkman. Still stays with it near the top of the league. Carson drives. Her layup is off and no good. It's a little too much strength on the layup for Alexandria Carson. Still tied 61.
I can't believe she missed an open layup like that. I thought she was going to get the easy 2.
Carson. Spreacher will get it back up to Spear near the top of the key. Spear. Back to Spreacher. Her left wing 3-pointer off the back of the rim. No good, but rebounded by Jillian Miller. And we have a jump ball in the play as Basanton and Miller were going after it. And it will be Lady Muskie basketball. Substitutions for both teams. For the Lady Muskies, Casey Lepla and Emily Yeager. And for the Blue Streaks, Sarah Spicer, Shelby Graham, and Danny Carlson checking back into the game for the Blue Streaks. Smith will bring it up the court for the Lady Muskies. 7:45 remaining in the ball game. We are tied at 61. Lepla, left wing, gets it to Dana Parkman near the top of the tee. Parkman, her jump shot off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Nicole Heffington and fouled by, it looks like Olivia Basanson was trying to get the ball, but she is going to be called for a foul in the reach in, her first foul of the game. Probably not a smart foul, 100 feet away from your basket. As Sarah Spicer will bring it up for the Blue Streaks. Spicer gets it to Danny Carlson to the left wing. Carlson gets it to Shelby Graham at the free throw line as she tried to go for that jump shot, but it's blocked by Dana Parkman with great defense. Smith to Yeager. Driving, kicks it back out to Dana Parkman. Parkman being guarded by Shelby Graham. Parkman looking for her open teammate, Casey Lepla, near the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Emily Yeager, as she drives for the layup. Rebounded by Yeager once again. Her shot is up and no good, but great effort by Emily Yeager to get her own rebound, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
She had great positioning there, even after the miss, to get the ball, and then she went back up. The defensive pressure was more intense, and she got the foul.
Again, a hush in the ANC Steel Center. Yeager, first free throw attempt, front of the rim, and no good.
Yeah, this is Yeager's first trip to the line today, and she is a 91% free throw shooter. Round it to 92, though.
Yeager's second free throw is good. 1 point lead for the Lady Muskies, 62-61, 6:50 remaining in this ball game. As Sarah Spicer will bring it up the court for the Blue Streaks. She gets it to Jillian Miller near the right wing. To Nicole Heffington. Her jump shot is good for Nicole Heffington, and she's having herself a ball game with 24 points on the night. Yeager, right wing three. Front of the rim, no good, but rebounded by Olivia Besanson of the Lady Muskies. Gets to Dana Parkman, who cuts to the basket. Layup is good for the Lady Muskies. Great read by Besanson. Get it to Dana Parkman, cutting to the basket. 64-63 lead for the Lady Muskies.
She was able to spot Dana Parkman cutting to the basket while still trapped in the double team. And then slip it to her, getting to easy 2 points. Excellent vision by Olivia Besanson.
Spicer driving to the bucket. Bumped on the play, and one opportunity for Sarah Spicer. She was bumped on the play by Casey Lepla. And the Blue Streaks take the lead, 65-64, with an and-one opportunity coming up for Sarah Spicer. Checking back into the ballgame for the Lady Muskies, number 32, Alexandra Carson, and number 5, Olivia Bates. And for the Blue Streaks, number 14, Catherine Spear.
Sarah Spicer is a girl of mystery so far this season. She's only went to the free throw line once in the last 4 games and has gotten 0%.
And she makes her free throw, putting the Blue Streaks up 66-64 as she checks back out for the ball game. And number 5, Sarah Spreacher, checks into the ball game for the Blue Streaks. Carson to Yeager near the right wing. Yeager getting a screen from Bates. Oh, Olivia Bates was open on the roll. Her layup is good for Olivia Bates as Yeager found her on the pick and pop, 66-66.
It's called the pick and roll when they go into the paint.
I like saying pick and pop.
Pick and pop is
I've been waiting to say that for a long time.
Pick and pop is a jump shot, though.
Yeager guarding Spreacher, and as she gets it to Spear, guarded by Besanson. Gets it back out to Nicole Heffington. Heffington driving, loses the ball, picked up by Alexandra Carson. She brings it up for the Lady Muskies. Carson gets it to Yeager near the left wing. Her driving layup is off the mark, no good. And Shelby Graham dives for the loose ball. Great hustle by Shelby Graham of the Blue Streaks as she gets it to Spreacher, who gets it to Carlson.
Yeager might have flinched on that drive and threw it crazy off the backboard.
Spear, guarded by Carson, will be a kick ball as the Blue Streaks will retain the possession.
Shot clock resets to 15 seconds.
As Spear will get it for the Blue Streaks, guarded by Carson. Spear, top of the key. Back to Nicole Heffington, guarded by Casey Lepla. Heffington, she has 5 seconds on the shot clock. Notices it, tries to get a shot up and no good. And rebounded by Casey Lepla. Picked up by Olivia Bates and picked up by Olivia Besanson for the Lady Muskies.
Not a good idea by Lepla to dribble in that traffic, but she was able to find her teammates.
Olivia Besanson takes it coast to coast for the easy layup as they put the Lady Muskies ahead 68-66. But Spear passes ahead to Heffington, and she is fouled on the play by Olivia Bates, and Heffington is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws.
Not good defense in the transition. You at least got to see the ball coming. You can't just look ahead the whole time. You won't know when to jump up and steal it.
Heffington's first free throw, back of the rim and no good. Checking in for the Muskies is Dana Parkman and Caitlin Smith for Olivia Besanson and Casey Lepla. As Heffington will get her second free throw up
The Blue Streaks are not known for their free throw shooting. So if it comes down to free throw shots late in this game, the Blue Streaks could find themselves in some deep trouble.
She misses it, but it was rebounded by Spreacher. Shelby Graham kicks it back out to Heffington, who takes the jump shot in and is good as Heffington makes up for those 2 missed free throws. But Olivia Bates open, and she's fouled on the play by Nicole Heffington as Perkman saw her in the post, and Olivia Bates is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 key free throws.
That was a clear foul. She just pushed her down and laid her out on that play. She's lucky she didn't get a technical foul on that one.
Bates' first free throw is off the mark. Checking into the game for the Blue Streaks, number 30, Abby Adler, and number 21, Mary Beebe. Bates' second free throw. Off the mark, but rebounded by Dana Parkman for the Lady Muskies. Up and no good. Almost rebounded again. She did end up with it, but she was out of bounds with Dana Parkman. Great hustle on the play by Dana Parkman, but just not enough to keep it in bounds. It will be Blue Streaks basketball.
That is proof of why Dana Parkman is probably the most scrappiest player on the Lady Muskies team, going for that rebound and never giving up until the end.
Catherine Spear gets it to Sarah Spreacher near the top of the key. Spreacher driving against Caitlin Smith. Her nice spin move is up and good for the Blue Streaks as they take the lead 70-68. Smith brings it up for the Lady Muskies. Smith gets it to Dana Parkman, top of the key. Parkman looking, gets it to, try to get it to Eager, but it was tipped by Carlson. She gets it to Spear, guarded by Carson, and her layup is up and good for the Blue Streaks as they take a 4-point lead with 3:24 remaining in this ball game. It looks like Coach Beth Fox is taking a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, and when we come back, we'll have more of your fourth quarter action right here on WMCO Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
And we are back live from the ANC Steel Center. We're going to go to Bryce Zillabridge. Bryce?
Yeah, the Blue Streaks have pulled ahead 72-68 here late in the fourth quarter. We'll see what the Fighting Muskies can do as they try to get back into this one. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Bryce. Lady Muskies down 72-68 with 3:20 remaining in the fourth period as Smith will get it to Dana Parkman. As she almost got away with the travel, but she will stay with it. Parkman kicks it out to Bates near the left corner. Bates looking for Olivia Basanson, but the ball is stolen by the Blue Streaks, and they will regain the possession. Great defense by the Blue Streaks. As Spear will bring up the court. Spear being guarded by Carson. Gets it to Carlson near the right wing. Rejects a screen from Heffington, but gets it to Spreacher. Spreacher to Spear. Spear driving. Layup is blocked by Dana Parkman. She had showed great defense on that play. Gets it up to Carson. And very smart play by Spear to tip the ball away from Carson as she had great instincting defense right there by Spear. She gets it to Spreacher. She splits the defenders. Her layup is no good, but rebounded by Shelby Graham, and she is fouled. Great hustle by Shelby Graham to get the rebound, and she's going to go to the free throw for 2 free throws. Excuse me, free throw line, 2 free throws.
That was definitely frustrating. How can we look? We got to do a better job boxing out those shots. Graham is just eating the glass this second half.
Shelby Graham, first free throw. Back of the rim and no good. Again, free throw is not the team specialty if you're a Blue Streak. So they are struggling right now at the free throw line.
Well, they've been having a hard time scoring from the free throw line, but everything else they've been doing right. They've been making their shots. They've been getting the rebound, and they've been getting turnovers against the Lady Muskies. So it's not out of the wood. Besides the free throws, it could be the deciding factor of what could separate the Lady Muskies and the Blue Streaks.
Shelby Graham misses her 2 free throws, and she also causes the foul, as that is her 4th foul of the game, as Lady Muskies almost got away with a turnover, but they will retain Lady Muskie possession. As Smith will throw it in for the Lady Muskies. She will get it out to Carson, being guarded by Catherine Spear. Gets a screen from Dana Parkman. Carson looking, driving, steps back. Jay is good for Alexander Carson. 72-70 lead for the Blue Streaks. 2 minutes remaining in a very tight ball game. Spear guarded by Carson. Catherine Spear gets it out to Carlson. Carlson gets a screen from Heffington. Throws it back out to Heffington. Heffington to Carlson. 3-pointer off the front of the rim. No good. And it will be Lady Muskie basketball, as it was tipped by Shelby Graham. Lady Muskies retain the possession.
This could be a very important possession for the Muskies. They need this to get back, either tie the game or get back in the lead.
Kaylin Smith gets it to Lepla. Lepla gets it back out to Kaylin Smith in the right wing. To Dana Parkman in the post. Parkman being guarded by Shelby Graham. Almost stolen on the play, but gets it to Olivia Sanson in the post. Olivia thought she was going to get fouled on the play. Throws up a wild shot, but no good. 1:15 remaining in this game. Spear guarded by Carson. Muskies need a defensive possession to get this ball back. Heffington, top of the key. Heffington back to Spear near the left wing. Spear throws it all the way across to get it to Carlson near the right wing. As Coach Marone is going to take a timeout on the play, as we have 59.8 seconds remaining, and we're going to keep it right here. As it is a full timeout, we're going to keep it right here. Andrew, 59 seconds left, down by 2, 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. The Lady Muskies have to have a strong defensive possession to get this ball back.
Yeah, it's going to be clear that the Lady Muskies are going to need to bring out the big guns for this next possession. I want to see if they could what they're going to do. I'm okay with either a layup, a free throw, or a 3-point shot at this point.
So the Blue Streaks are going to try to get something going here. 10 seconds remaining. You would say to try to get a quick going for a 2-point shot. Lady Muskies try to get them to a tough shot, but Lady Muskies have to be calm here. They have to have a strong defensive possession, but Blue Streaks have a lot of momentum going on right now. Not doing too well at the free throw line, or the Blue Streaks. So Lady Muskies, if they get a foul and send it to the free throw line, they may have a chance. But the Lady Muskies have to have a strong defensive possession right here as the timeout is over and both teams are going back onto the floor. As the Lady Muskies do have 4 total timeouts remaining, and the Blue Streaks have 2, so this should be key here with a final minute remaining in this ball game. As Speecher will get it to Spear. 9 seconds, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Spear to Carlson near the top of the key. Gets it to Spear near the right wing. Her 3-pointer off the back of the rim and no good, but rebounded by Spreacher of the Blue Streaks. She will get it out to Spear. 43 seconds remaining. Lady Muskies have to get a stop here and get this defensive rebound, as it looks like Spear is going to wait to kill this clock and try to get a good shot. Spreacher, left wing to Heffington, top of the key. Heffington back to Spear near the right wing. Spear kicks it out to Carlson. Her right corner 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Olivia Sanson of the Lady Muskies. 20 seconds remaining. Kaylin Smith, top of the key. It looks like Coach Beth Foss is going to let him play it out and will not take a timeout right now. Smith, 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. To Sanson, looking, takes the shot, no good, but rebounded by Parkman. Her layup is good. Tie ball game. Great hustle by Dana Parkman after the Olivia Sanson miss. We are tied at 72. Timeout on the play. Looks like the refs are going to get something. Talk about the clock situation.
It's got to be a little over 1 second left. It definitely counts.
Looks like they may be putting some time back onto the clock.
Yeah. Oh, they're putting 2 seconds on.
2.2 seconds back onto the clock. So it looks like, and the Blue Streaks do call a timeout on the play. Looks like it is a 30-second timeout. 2.2 seconds here. Tie ball game, 72-72. Libby Besanton with the miss with Dana Parkman able to get that hustle rebound and put it up to tie this ball game up.
Yeah, it's very exciting action here as we only got 2 seconds to go, and we might even have more.
More basketball for us. But 2.2, anything could happen. So the Lady Muskies have to be smart here. And you know that the Blue Streaks are going to try to get a shot off with these 2.2 seconds. So anything could happen here. Lady Muskies still have 4 timeouts remaining, and Blue Streaks have 1 timeout if they are not able to get the ball back into play. I believe, see where they have the ball. Looks like, yeah, the Blue Streaks will have it at half court. So here we go.
It's going to be a catch, dribble, and shoot. That's all the time they have.
Carlson throws it to Heffington. Heffington, her shot, no good. And we are going to overtime. More and more basketball here in the ANC Steel Center as the Muskies did a great job on that possession to not get an easy shot off. Blue Streaks had a good play, got it to Heffington, but not able to get off an easy shot. All right, we're going to go to Bryce Lillibridge real quick. Bryce, we're going into OT, man. What are your thoughts?
All right, so they're in the fourth quarter, back and forth game as we saw both teams battling it out. We got a nice layup here with 2.2 seconds to go. Maybe a foul call, it wasn't called, so John Carroll took the ball over at midcourt. They tried to get up a lob. So heading into overtime, the Fighting Muskies are just going to have to play their game and react to whatever John Carroll throws at them. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. And the Muskies are going to have to do what they've done best so far and keep going that in overtime. We'll send it back up to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Bryce. It is going to be an exciting overtime, 72-72. Dana Parkman with the clutch basket, the clutch rebound to put the Muskies tied at 72. What an exciting game so far. One thing to look out as we look at teams right now, the Blue Streaks looking at a lot of their players are in foul trouble right now. So these players got to be smart as some of their key players are in foul trouble. Lady Muskies, not really in some foul trouble, but they have to be smart here. If worse comes to worse, maybe send these players to the free throw line in the Blue Streaks, but the Lady Muskies have to be smart here and not do anything crazy. But it is going to be a fun overtime.
Yeah, it is going to be an exciting overtime. We got a very action-packed overtime. I'm hoping to see the Muskies continue their level of success because it comes down to the veteran leadership at this point to shine in these close game matchups.
All right, we have some news for you guys. We're going to keep it right here on WMCO 90.7, but if you're on TV, we're going to have to go offline. But to listen to the overtime action, keep it right here on WMCO 90.7. So, yes, we are going offline on television, so keep it right here on WMCO. As the Lady Muskies win the tip-off, but Smith misses the layup attempt for the Lady Muskies as the Blue Streaks retain the possession. Heffington near the left corner.